Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brother Michael Reynolds Field here on the campus of Salve Regina University in beautiful and historic Newport, Rhode Island, where today the Seahawks are set to take on the Hawks of Roger Williams University in a big Commonwealth Coast Conference women's soccer matchup. Hello again and welcome. I'm Andrew Pizzelli bringing you the call here this afternoon. The Seahawks 5-9-1 on the season, 2-3-1 in the CCC, taking on interstate rival Roger Williams, who is 6-8-3, 2-2-2 in conference play. So a lot on the line here today. Tiebreakers, playoff seeding, all of that in play for both of these squads here this afternoon. And we are underway. In net, the freshman from Fairfield, Connecticut for the Hawks, Coco Morelli, gets the nod once again. She is 5-6-2 between the pipes. Meanwhile, for Salve, Georgia Drake, the senior from Plymouth, Mass, once again, she is 1-4-0. Here comes Megan McLaughlin in the attacking end, stumbling down the left side. Now looks to turn wide, and she has it knocked free. Ball bounce right side. Danowitz trying to fire on the goal. She scores. The loose ball found Hannah Danowitz, and she scores to give the Seahawks the lead just a minute and 10 seconds in. Seahawks lead 1-0, just like that. Here's Picard, right side to Danowitz. Sprinting down the right-hand side. Ball will roll out of play. Hawks will get it back. One nothing lead for the Seahawks right out of the gate. This one's sent into midfield. Hawks try to settle it down. Played right side, a little bit too far and out of play. Seahawks will get it back from the far touchline. Look to throw it in. Hawks look to fire it ahead, out to the 30. Sherman trying to track it down. Seahawks send it out on the far side. Hawks will throw in just over midfield. Seahawks converge there. And they rip the ball away. Hudson trying to connect with McLaughlin. Knocked back by Roger Williams. Headed out of bounds by Salve, so the Hawks will throw in from the far side. Galante races in to grab the loose ball here for the Seahawks. Trying to connect with Maddie Hudson. Moniz can't find Hudson. Roger Williams to throw in. 1-0 Salve. Hannah Danowitz, the freshman from Preston, Connecticut, scoring right out of the gate to open the game. And the Seahawks will get back this one here. Look to throw in quickly. Ball loose in the midfield. Flynn will throw in for Salve. And McLaughlin sees this one ricochet off her head and out. On the backfield now for Roger Williams. Danowitz intercepts. Loose there for Uchis. Now Newman. Danowitz pressuring from behind. Danowitz settles it down along the near touchline with the right foot. Spins it ahead off the foot of Cassidy Collins. She waits for it at midfield with the left foot. Drives it ahead into the attacking end for Roger Williams. Pocket pass to no one. Seahawks take it back. Danowitz to Moniz. She angles her way out to midfield and sends it across to the far side. Letting Flynn run onto this now at the midfield stripe. Down the line left side for Hudson. Hudson into the attacking end. Puts on the brakes at the corner of the 18. Left side now spins it out high, waiting for it Moniz. Trying to dribble through traffic, she lost it. And the Hawks will send it back out to midfield. Skip to Ella Sensi. Pressured by Sherman from behind. Flynn. Back down the line right side. Sprint here between the Seahawks and the Hawks. Out to midfield. Newman intercepts. Juggles it ahead. Back out to midfield. Re-entered by the Hawks down the left side, but out of the reach of Sarah Newman. Freshman from Sayville, New York. Sensi will throw in as we approach 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Danowitz heads it out of play. Hawks will throw in. Collins tries to lob it ahead for Sherman. And the Seahawks will take it back. Newman, Sherman, and Sensi tangle into the corner. Ball gets out of play. And a throw in for the Seahawks. There's Danowitz. Squibbed away from her. Back to Newman with space. Looks to drive it towards the cage. And Drake will grab that one. Picard. McLaughlin into space. Racing out to boot that away is Coco Morelli. Flynn. Seahawks with it on the far side. Now McLaughlin. Wanted to one-touch it to Hudson. Knocked away by Baptista. Played on back to Morelli. Rolls it out to the near side to Cassidy Collins. Coming back is Newman. Danowitz on her back. Pokes it out of play. Picard. Moniz. Fighting her way through the midfield. McLaughlin waits, touches it wide. Danowitz will fire it well wide. .38 minutes to go in the first. 1-0 Salve. Here's Moniz. To her right. Wants to send it into the box. Knocked away by the Hawks. Picard comes chasing in. Moniz once again with the right foot. Drives it on the cage and out to field it is Morelli. A shot from Megan Moniz. Collins. Aaron pass knocked away by Maddie Kawecki. Now McLaughlin. On back for Flynn. Far side Hudson. Hudson gathers it wide on the left side with the right foot. Sends it into the box. McLaughlin trying to settle it down out high. McLaughlin works her way free. Strikes it on the goal and she scores. Megan McLaughlin fighting her way, able to get that on her right foot and freed herself up for the strong shot. Top shelf, 2-0 Salve. Maddie Hudson with the helper. 2-0 Salve. And both goals kind of coming out of the same sort of sequence. Just a loose ball. Seahawks fighting for every inch. This one's sent in front. Juggling right side, the shot, and they score! The Hawks answer right back. Sabrina Sherman, this time the one who finds herself free just inside the box. And the Hawks get the goal back, 2-1, with 36:43 to go. And we'll give you a look at the replay. Again, just Sherman peeling that one away. One-goal game again. Here's Danowitz. Trying to find McLaughlin. Again, pokes it into space, but Morelli will come racing out to the 18 before McLaughlin had a chance to get to that one. Now Morelli runs up. Her left-footed punt will sail over midfield. Danowitz knocks it down. Sarah Newman grabs it for Roger Williams. Sent wide by Bianca Robbins. Bernetti. Knocked away by Picard. Danowitz skies to head this one free. Moniz. Carry straight ahead. Moniz over midfield. Shoulder to shoulder with Leah Lucius. Now Alasensi will throw in from midfield. Trying to find McLaughlin. Roll back. Danowitz looks to serve it up to the 18. Headed away. Settled by Hudson. Trying to get to it left side. Out is Morelli. Hudson's drive. She scores! It's a goal fest here at Reynolds. 3-1 with 35:20 to go. Danowitz getting that one to Hudson. So 2 assists and a goal now for Maddie Hudson. Have yourself a half. Have yourself a 10 minutes. Headed into the box, 50-50 ball. Drake comes out. She lost the ball, trying to dive on it. It heads out of play. And we're going to get a corner here. So a save off the shot from Sabrina Sherman. Head coach Tim Moody not happy. I think he wanted a penalty shot out of that. Corner here for the Hawks. From the right side. Chipped short, loose on the ground, all sorts of chaos. And Kowecki will boot it out wide to the 18, waiting for the drive there. Pouncing on it is Drake. She gobbled it up for a moment, and then it comes free once again. That was Grace Kelly. Ball in the corner. Seahawks play it out wide. It'll get out. Throw in here for the Hawks. Kelly. As Tim Moody continues to make his case that there should have been a penalty shot there on that whole sequence where Drake fell down. Ball still loose in a dangerous spot. Drake will grab it again as it rolls off of Cassidy Collins' foot. Actually, that was Sabrina Sherman once again. Hudson fires it ahead. Hawks will knock it back. Moniz trying to track it down. Moniz dancing. Hudson left side and a whistle. And offside's called here. Here's Sherman. Moves it right side. Driven on the cage. Over the hand of Drake, but wide. Kick here from the Seahawks end. Out to midfield. Danowitz. Out to McLaughlin. Wants to send it up the right-hand side. Picard finds Danowitz once again. Looks to spin it ahead and turn the corner on Cassidy Collins. Danowitz drives it towards the cage over the hands of Morelli, but wide. Jen Donahue trying to lob it ahead. Flynn waiting for Salve Regina. Moniz look to leave it in space for Galante. Flynn once again trying to fight her way over midfield. And a foul called here against Salve Regina. Driven ahead. Knocked back by Picard. McLaughlin trying to keep it in on the far side. She does. Flicks it ahead for Hudson. Shields it on the far side and we'll get a throw in. Approaching 15 minutes gone here in this first half. We had 4 goals in the first 10 minutes. As Zoe Cox will check in here for Salve Regina. Moniz will be the one coming to get the rest. Throwing into McLaughlin. Throws it ahead with the right foot, and Morelli will just come out and grab that. Bounce past Sherman. Kowecki waiting for it. Poked ahead by Sarah Newman. Into the corner. Out of play, and the Seahawks will get the throw in here. Hannah Rossman checks in for Madeline Kowecki. Sherman lost it at the 18. Skipped out to midfield. Now McLaughlin turns. Leaves it for Danowitz. Danowitz surveys. Now drives it ahead with the right foot. Bouncing wide of Hudson. Tracked down on the far side by Rafaela Brunetti. Here's Galante at midfield for Salve. Flynn trying to touch it wide for Hudson. Seahawks will throw in from the far side. With 28:38 to go in the first. Ball's loose for Hudson, trying to play it to Moniz. Knocked away by the Hawks. Floated back right side. Danowitz trying to one-time it on the cage. Sends it high and wide. It's an 8-6 shot advantage for Salve Regina right now. Hawks drive it back to the Seahawk end. Good hustle here from Sherman to race onto this ball. Trying to turn on Sensi, who pokes it away and out of play. And a corner coming. And it's going to be Grace Kelly. From the corner left side. Seahawks right now, both teams having to look into the setting sun on this end of the field from this left-hand corner, from which Kelly will drive it away. With the right foot, short kick. Loose on the ground in the box. Seahawks will get to it first. Sensi spins it out. Intercepted, though, by Baptista. She tries to send it ahead. That's blocked. Thrown on the cage. Drake makes one save, and then the rebound is punched wide. And another corner. So Sherman, again with a point-blank chance that Drake denied. And the corner coming once again, and Grace Kelly out to the left-hand side. Her kick this time, dead center, headed away by Salve. McLaughlin gets to the second ball. Baptista sent ahead. Calabrese lifts it to midfield. Waiting there is Molly Feldman, senior from Highlands Falls, New York. Will feed it out of play on the far side. Seahawks will get it back. Seahawks will get this back here. 25:40 to go in the first. 3-1, Salve with the lead. Hannah Danowitz scored right out of the gates. Seahawks led 1-0 immediately at the start of this one. And have built a 3-1 lead. Galante up to McLaughlin. Lays it left side. Waiting again is Hudson. Amongst four blue jerseys. Has it knocked free. Flynn fights to keep it in play. Flick back out. Picard off the side of her foot. Past Cox. McLaughlin trying to drive it ahead. That's blocked in the middle. Molly Feldman gutting in the way of that one. Picard. Now Danowitz right side. She waits. Strikes it towards the goal. Wide left side. Hudson trying to settle it. Wants to peel it off the end line. She does and keeps it in play. Out to the 18, running on. Flynn with the left foot. That is blocked in front. Again, Feldman standing in the way. Out to midfield. Galante. Poke to Picard. Waiting with the right foot. Trying to send it wide. Out of the reach of Danowitz. Picard sends it out of play. .24-19 to go here in the first half. Collins will check out. Julia Robbins, a freshman from Johnston, Rhode Island, will check in for the Hawks. Maddie Hudson will check off here for Salve. A well-deserved rest in a hand from her teammates. A goal and 2 assists to start this match. Galante. Plays back to Sensi. Knocked off her foot. Seahawks will throw in. Picard. Knocked away from her. Now Galante. Last touch by the Hawks. Picard plays back to Rossman. Backtracking now will lay it all the way back to Georgia Drake. Flynn can't keep it in. Roger Williams will throw in from the far side. Brunetti. Moves it out high, knocked away by Sensi. Newman. Watched by Sensi. Down the line for Sherman. Rossman trying to cut her off. Ball stays in place, sitting right in the corner. And it's last touch by Salve. So a deep throw in here for Sarah Newman from the left side. Moves it out high. Loses the 18. Trying to turn with it was Robbins. And the Seahawks will clear it away. Deflected off the official. Now Picard spinning away from Eustace. Picard once again gets a favorable bounce. Now trying to send it long and deep for Grace Hudson. Out is Morelli to kick it away from her. Robbins trying to streak right down the middle. Robbins working her way free with the left foot. She scores! Bianca Robbins all the way to the goal. That makes it 3-2. I'll give you a look at the replay here. From one end to the other very quickly. This one bounced to Robbins. Pressure from behind, pressure in front. And right here just able to accelerate. Carried it wide left side and then back to the right inside the pipe. 3-2. 5 goals here in the first half. Parachi staggers right side. Now looks to cut middle with the left foot, sends it on the goal, and the diving stop made by Morelli. Marissa Parachi, freshman from Washington Depot, Connecticut. Newman trying to send it forward. Here's Robbins once again, knifed away from her. Galante pokes it away from Eustace. Galante once again waiting. And back for Flynn with 20:56 to go in the first half. Sensi walks into space, plays it ahead. Hudson now on the right-hand side, one touch. Up for Parachi. Double teamed. Ball poked into the corner. She'll track it down. Waiting, Parachi trying to send it towards the goal, and that's wide. Picard. Parachi touches it left side. Deflected into the box. Hudson can't grab it. Picard trying to get it back to Zoe Cox out high. Hawks knock that away. Sarah Newman runs and plays it down the line. Wanting Sherman to run onto it. Stride for stride with Rossman. Ball will get out of play. And this was last touch by Rossman. 19.5 to go in the first half. 3-2 the score. Wild first half. Now a deep throw in once again for Roger Williams. Both teams trying to struggle to see the ball. Staring directly into the setting sun. A backflip throw. Comes up short. I don't think I've seen that before. That was Julia Robbins with the flair there. Rossman knocks this away. 18:37 to go. Rossman with the right foot. Galante. Across to Flynn. Moniz. Actually, make that Gabby Boyven. Senior back from Tallinn, Connecticut. Enters it into the box. Hawks will just boot it out of play. And out onto Lawrence Ave. Hawks lob it all the way back down. Calabrese trying to get it past Robbins, who deflects it. Ball still loose. Calabrese again now. Sends it ahead of the field. Feldman deflects it, but right to Parachi. Sent across the field by Boyven. That one kind of tied up in the wind as well. Rolls now to Sarah Newman. Sprints back the other way. Cut off by Picard. Ball out of play. Hawks will throw in with 17 minutes to go in the first half. Foul in here against the Seahawks. Sherman getting upended by Rossman. And so a kick. This will be wide on the left side. Inside the 18, wide for Grace Kelly. She approaches, drives it on the goal, and wide. $16 minutes to go. Headed away by Newman. Parachi near side. Waits, trying to get through Sarah Newman. Looking to spin. And the Hawks will win that. Grace Kelly lobs it into Newman. Kelly plays it deep and down, but no one home for Roger Williams. And we'll get a goal kick here with 15:25 and counting to go in the first half. Calabrese's kick. Ricochets off of Hudson. Kicked out by Newman. Trying to keep it away from Grace Hudson. Eustace. Played back. Over the head of Robbins. Calabrese. Fires it ahead. Zoe Cox will gather it from midfield. Try to play it in stride for Parachi. Out is Morelli to kick it away at the last second. Robbins will kick it out. Seahawks will throw in from the far touchline. Again, the backflip throw from Julia Robbins. I'm going to confer with everyone working here in the box. First time we've ever seen that? First time? Not the first time for statistician Paige Blythe. Ball will deflect out. Seahawks a throw in from the far touchline. Seahawks a throw in once again. Flynn waiting. Good crowd here on an autumn afternoon. It was quite chilly this morning, but warmed up in a perfect, crisp fall day here in Newport. This one sent long and deep. Sherman trying to sprint to it, able to poke it into space. Sherman races to it. Drake is out to deflect it and pounce on it. Aggressive keeping there by Georgia Drake to save that one. She kicks it away with 12:26 to go. Morelli. Wide of Robbins. Flynn back, Rossman across. Parachi. Moves into the box, falls down, lost it. Sent out high. That one struck on the goal by Galante and saved by Morelli. Goal kick from Morelli. Ricochets off of Rossman. Hudson. Now Sherman has to regather. Left side, Newman. Trying to get it ahead to Sherman. Deflects down. And a corner kick coming here. Once again, it'll be Grace Kelly, a sophomore from Milford, New Hampshire, to kick it away from the corner. Left side. Seahawks and Hawks having to glare into the sun. Short kick. And Drake will punch it out. Another save. Another goal kick here. Grace Kelly again from the corner left side. Approaches with the right foot. Headed out by the Seahawks, so a third corner coming here with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Grace Kelly from the corner. Trying to drive it far bar. Drake got a piece of that. Back wide to Kelly. The re-entry deflected by Hudson. Out high. Newman's shot is deflected. Right side on the cage, and Drake makes the save. Rafaela Brunetti with that chance. Flynn trying to send it across the field for Boyven, and that's out of play. Cox wanted to play it wide. Knocked away by Felbin. Out of play. Seahawks will throw in from the near touchline, just off the end of their bench. Taylor Barnaby and Ellen Nerger into the game. Sensi to throw in. Lobs it into Barnaby. And it rolls off her foot as she tries to shield it away from Sarah Newman. Donahue sent across, deflected back. Donahue once again pokes it across to Julia Robbins. Looks to kick it ahead. Trying to sprint for it is Sabrina Sherman. Hawks will throw in from the far side with 7:45 to go in the first half. 3-2, the Seahawks with the lead. Hawks have had tons of chances, though, to try and knot this one up. Again, the front flip throw from Julia Robbins. And we're sure to see it again. Robbins flings it ahead off of Rossman. That ball will roll out, and a corner. That ball just twisting on the grass past the flag. So this time it will be from the far corner, right side. Grace Kelly will kick it away, and now she will be the one having to stare into the sun and kick this one into the wind. Kelly headed inside, has still not touched the ground. 3 heads, and then on the ground, wide right side. Kelly trying to get to it, out of play, and a goal kick coming here. .6:20 to go in the first. Hudson knocked down from behind. Foul here against Roger Williams. Free kick from 10 yards over midfield. Spun to the 18. Parachi double team, couldn't get to it. Now Galante out high. Looking to lift it left side for Grace Hudson. Flung back by the Hawks. Rossman pokes it to Calabrese. Far side, Flynn knifed away from her. Foot race now. Robbins and Calabrese down the right-hand side. Calabrese will just feed it out of play to slow up the rush here. Hawks will throw in the 5:25 to go in the first. 1 goal game. Seahawks leading 3-2. Have led since the opening minute. Flung into the box. Sensi boots it out, and we'll get a corner. From the far corner, once again, Grace Kelly will trot out there to kick this one away. Eight to nothing, the corner advantage for Roger Williams. Kelly approaches, strikes it with the right foot. Loose on the ground, net is open. Trying to turn for it is the shot from Brunetti that goes high. Brunetti she wanted to spin around and get to her right foot, and then struck it high. Hawks have been inches away from tying this game. Sherman trying to circle around Sensi. Eustace. Now Newman Played on back to Baptista, and the foul here against Salve. With 3:45 to go in the first. Kelly drives it into the box. Sherman, make this Newman trying to sprint for it. It'll head out. And we're going to get another corner. 9th corner of the half for Roger Williams. As we approach 3 minutes to play in the half. Kelly from the far side. Flings it to the far bar. That one over the head of everyone. Out to the side, Ellen Nerger will drive it ahead. Parachi trying to turn the corner on Baptista. Rolls it past her, but out of play. And then a little shoulder shove from Parachi into Baptista. And they call the foul. Well, neither coach is particularly pleased with the consistency of calls in this first half. Barnaby rips it away. Trying to send it ahead. It goes off the back of Parachi. Now Feldman, long and deep. It deflects off of Rossman towards the cage. Drake will come out and grab it. And she'll hold and wait to send it away. Her kick bounces at midfield with 99 seconds to go in the first half. Galante slides it across. Flynn now with a minute and a half to go. And the foul called against Salve out in the midfield. Hawks drive it away as we get the 1 minute announcement from public address announcer Kieran Hughes.
1 minute remaining in the game, or in the half. 1 minute remaining in the half.
Galante trying to settle it down. That one fired wide by Bianca Robbins. 45 seconds to go. Drake will leave it for Calabrese to send ahead. Out to the near side. Headed back by Newman. Sensi. A collision here between Barnaby and Newman is called a foul against Salve. 24 seconds to go. Time ticking away. 16 seconds now. Kelly trying to get the Hawks organized, and she's going to work quickly here. Kelly drives it into the box. Headed away by the Seahawks. Right side. Robbins can't get to it. Flicked out of play. And that'll do it for the first half. So the Seahawks score in the first minute. They lead 3-1. They will lead 3-2 at halftime. A goal and 2 assists for Maddie Hudson in the first 10 minutes. And that is how the Seahawks will lead at halftime. We will take a break and step aside while the teams head off the field. You're watching Commonwealth Coast Conference women's soccer action on the Salve Athletics Network. We'll be back.
really good students come to Salve, but they leave, just ready to change the world.
I love Salve so much, and I love the connections that I've made. You're more than just a number, you're a name at Salve.
The 4 years have flown by so quickly. I think it's been a really great experience.
It's probably a cliche to say that Salve is a family, but it's a very, very true thing to say here.
They encourage you to just be yourself and not follow the crowd. Like if you're a person who does not want to follow the herd, you have all the resources you need to shape the person that you want to be.
People are extremely supportive of each other and very supportive of the students. The students always come first.
A lot of the experiences you get at Salve are experiences that you can't get anywhere else because of it being such a tight-knit community.
Yes, it's a small school, but it's also like the desire to be a part of something great.
And then you put it all on this campus, right? Like you get to have these conversations in buildings that you swear were built just for that purpose. This is the place where you should have big thoughts. This is the place where you should dream big dreams.
I spend a lot of time here because I want to. It's not the kind of campus you want to get away from, and it's got a really bright future.
It's not 4 years for the sake of the 4 years. It's 4 years that's changing somebody so that when they leave here, the world's going to be a better place because of it.
As a senior, I know that I'm going to miss it, and I'm also going to cherish the time that I had here.
They're going to have to drag me out of here after graduation, and I can't imagine going to get my undergraduate degree anywhere else.
Really good students come to Salve, but they leave, just ready to change the world.
I love Salve so much, and I love the connections that I've made. You're more than just a number, you're a name at Salve.
The 4 years have flown by so quickly. I think it's been a really great experience.
It's probably a cliche to say that Salve is a family, but it's a very, very true thing to say here.
They encourage you to just be yourself and not follow the crowd. Like if you're a person who does not want to follow the herd, you have all the resources you need to shape the person that you want to be.
People are extremely supportive of each other and very supportive of the students. The students always come first.
A lot of the experiences you get at Salve are experiences that you can't get anywhere else because of it being such a tight-knit community.
Yes, it's a small school, but it's also like the desire to be a part of something great.
And then you put it all on this campus, right? Like you get to have these conversations in buildings that you swear were built just for that purpose. This is the place where you should have big thoughts. This is the place where you should dream big dreams.
I spend a lot of time here because I want to. It's not the kind of campus you want to get away from, and it's got a really bright future.
It's not 4 years for the sake of the 4 years. It's 4 years that's changing somebody so that when they leave here, the world's going to be a better place because of it.
As a senior, I know that I'm going to miss it, and I'm also going to cherish the time that I had here.
They're going to have to drag me out of here after graduation, and I can't imagine going to get my undergraduate degree anywhere else.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field. Start of the second half here between Salve Regina and Roger Williams. Seahawks leading 3-2 in this CCC women's soccer matchup. Andrew Pizzelli here bringing you the call. Danowitz from the right side trying to get it inside to McLaughlin. That's knocked away out high. Pooch towards the goal, and grabbing it is Morelli off the shot from Picard. Seahawks led 1-0 in the first minute of this one. Built a 2-0 lead. Hawks answered. Built a 3-1 lead. Hawks answered. And Roger Williams had a ton of chances down the stretch of that first half to get the equalizer. Could not. Foul here against the Hawks in midfield. Seahawks will get the free kick. 4 yards over midfield, driven ahead by Calabrese. Picard looks to head it forward. McLaughlin waiting. Lays it right side. Danowitz with the drive. She scores! McLaughlin to Danowitz, who buries it over the hands of Morelli. And it's 4-2. Here's a look at the replay. So off the kick, this one took a bounce, rolled right to McLaughlin, who just waited a second. Right side for Danowitz to the back of the net. 4-2. (44-29). So the Seahawks scoring right out of the gate in the first minute of the first and second halves. Two-goal game once again. Right side, Newman. Trying to take it wide, can't turn the corner. And the Seahawks come to take it away. Maddie Hudson taking it away from Newman in the corner. Seahawks will throw in now. Sophie Lucas returns it to Hudson. Rolls off her foot, out of play. Brunetti into the box, poked wide. Calabrese will just fire it out of play. Hawks will throw in. Trying to keep that one away from Sabrina Sherman, the sophomore from Brentwood, New Hampshire. The throw in from Robbins. The flip throw. Loose in the box. Poked over the end line. And we're going to get a corner. Grace Kelly, once again, will take it into the corner right side. And amongst the sun and the shadows now, with the sun setting behind the grounds of Chateau Sumer. Kelly will kick it away from the corner near side, right side. With the right foot, and that one wide of the goal, right into the side of the cage. And we did have a goalie change here in between halves. Regan Moffitt, the freshman from Denville, New Jersey, is now between the pipes for Salve Regina. So Drake saw time in that first half. Moffitt will take the second. Feldman. Danowitz throws it down the line. McLaughlin trying to sprint for it. Hawks will get to it first and touch it out. So a deep throw in here for Elisensi. Trying to get it to McLaughlin. Headed out by the Hawks. Into McLaughlin's corner. Poked free. Seahawks will continue to throw in from the far touchline. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Danowitz trying to cross. Deflected out. Sensi to throw in. Trying to get to Picard racing down the middle. Booted away by Roger Williams. And once again, Sensi to throw in from the far touchline, this time on a hop, trying to get it to McLaughlin inside. Roger Williams content to continue to just feed the ball out of play. Sensi again finds McLaughlin with the left foot, lobs it towards the cage, and it's grabbed by Morelli. Megan McLaughlin floating that one on the cage. And the wind, too, kind of a swirling wind now. That's not an easy play. And we've seen how so many bouncing balls have made the difference here in this game. Bianca Robbins down the right side. And the foul called here. Against the Seahawks, wide on the right side. So just off the touchline, about 20 yards away, wide on the right side. And now Kelly will move in a little bit. Only Maddie Hudson have to stand in the way of Kelly. Kelly approaches, send it towards the goal, out of the hands of Moffitt. On the ground, out to midfield, shielding is McLaughlin, trying to spin it to the far side for Danowitz. Instead, tracked down by Eustace. Stumbling into the corner, Sensi will poke it out. Hawks will keep it. This one bounced in the cage, looked to be driven on the net. That's blocked. Sarah Newman had worked her way free, but had the shot blocked. Hudson, knifed away by Newman. Lucas entered quickly, back to Hudson. Can't turn her way around, Jen Donahue. Near side Newman, sends it ahead. Lucas, Picard. Across for Sensi. Danowitz. That one deflected off of Sensi up high. Hawks keep on going. This one chipped left side. And out of play. Four to 2 with 37:39 to go in the second half. Reagan Moffitt's kick flicked by Moniz. Near side Donahue. Up to Bianca Robbins. Lucas waiting there. Hudson comes crashing in. Robbins now with the left foot. Drives it out high. Waiting is Danowitz, and she just turns and fires it out into the crowd. Throw-in coming here from Molly Feldman. Sensi. Knocked down in the corner, feeding it out of play. Throw in from the far corner. The flip from Robbins, high in the air, bouncing out to the 18. Wanting to turn was Bianca Robbins. Now Donahue trying to drive it. That's blocked. Her follow-up shot on the goal and into the hands of Moffitt. Picard floats it back down. Hawks now will work from their backfield. Molly Feldman. Can't connect down the line far side. Knocked out onto the street by Julia Robbins. Ball rolled to the 18. Sensi. Long and deep once again. Trying to get McLaughlin to it. Racing out Morelli. Kicks it away, out of play. Seahawks will throw in from the far side. 34:54 to go in the second. Into the box and grab by Morelli. Bounce to Sensi. Lobbed ahead. Headed back by Feldman. Moniz can't reach to this before Feldman sends it up to the attacking end. Robbins across now, gathered by Newman. Brunetti with the drive. Skip to Moffitt. Easy save for her. Danowitz can't race to keep this one in. Lob down the line and out of play. Four to 2, Salve Regina with the lead. They've scored goals in the opening minute of each half. 43 seconds in. Hannah Danowitz each time. So 2 goals and an assist for Danowitz here in this game. And now an 18-14 shot advantage for the Hawks. 13-10 in shots on goal. Seahawks have just made the most of their chances. 10-0 corners in favor of the Hawks. Newman sprints up the right side, dragged down from behind. Hudson getting a piece of the foot of Sarah Newman. Newman a little shaken up, but she gets to her feet. And now the free kick from Grace Kelly, who's done all the kicking duties here today for Roger Williams. Just above the 18. Wide on the right side. Again, Maddie Hudson, the only Seahawk defender out there to block her path towards the goal. Kelly approaches, drives it towards the net to the far bar. Big collision. Players go tumbling, and the ball sails out of play. Goal kick coming here from Reagan Moffitt. With 32 minutes to go in the second half. Lucas. Floated ahead into the box. Calabrese kicks it softly into the corner. That heads out. Throw in here for Roger Williams. Julia Robbins. The front flip throw. Headed away by the Seahawks. McLaughlin. Stop and start, and knifed away from behind by Baptista. McLaughlin trying to steal it away from Feldman. Sent back ahead. Lucas settles it down. Touch to Ellen Nerger. To the far side, Danowitz can't get a piece of it before it heads out of play. Hawks to throw in once again. McLaughlin waiting at midfield. Slides it across for Picard. Picard up ahead. Chasing is Hudson. All the way back now, Jen Donahue. Near side, Newman races and keeps it in play. Waits and back to Donahue. Robbins. Tangled up with Lucas. Seahawks ahead now to McLaughlin. Waiting, looking to spin upfield. Now Hudson. Poked out by the Hawks. Salve on the move, leading 4-2. Lucas will throw in from the near touchline. And we get some subs here. Galante and Parachi come in. McLaughlin and Ellen Nerger will get a breather here. Lucas off the deflection, then poked away. Picard. Lifted all the way back. Kowecki, now Sensi. Bounced up the far side and out of play. Hawks to throw in. Morelli. Ball deflects through midfield. Kowecki drives it long and deep once again. Morelli out to get it. It ricochets off the drive from Parachi, and then the The ball's taken by the Hawks. My goodness, another crazy bounce could have gone the way of the Seahawks. Picard cuts off the angle. Sent up the field. Parachi waiting. She runs to this one. Lucas. Want to get it back to her corner. This time Hudson. Donahue moves it away from her. Newman now wanting to race ahead. Over midfield, down the line. Foot race now for Robbins and Calabrese. Calabrese gathers and waits. Now Shields in the corner. Robbins able to get around, drives it on the goal, off of Moffitt and out of play. And I'll actually say that this went off of a Hawk. So goal kick coming here. .26:53 to go here in the second half. Reagan Moffitt. Her kick will roll out to midfield for Donahue. Serves it right back to the attacking end. Bounced at the 18. Loose there, and Moffitt will grab it once again. Headed off of Julia Robbins. 26-22 to go here in the second half. Seahawks leading 4-2. Newman. Lucas knocks it away from her. Back out to midfield. Baptista intercepted by Hudson. Knocked down from behind. No whistle. Picard steals it away. And some space for her to run. Looks to send it up ahead. Parachi settles it down. Look to lay it in stride. Here's Danowitz with space right side, and the Seahawks are offside. 25:30 to go in the second half. Ball loose now, Donahue. Was it near side to Newman? Collides with Hudson, who's arguing that Newman just threw herself into her. And head coach Tim Moody asking for a yellow card. And a yellow card being offered here to head coach Tim Moody.
Not in my book, okay? She didn't touch the ball.
25:01 to go in the second. And we will let this just speak for itself at the moment. Here's the kick from Kelly. After all that. Play to the far side. Grabbed by Eustace. Waiting to carry it into the box. Eustace turns, fires off the hands of Moffitt, and then she's able to stuff it on the near bar. And a corner coming here for the Hawks. believe this is the 11th corner to none for Roger Williams. Kelly from the corner right side. Hits it with the right foot. Into the box. All sorts of commotion. That one loose on the ground. Driven towards the goal and wide by Newman. And now we'll get another corner from the far side. Kelly. Straight to goal and off the side of the cage. With 23.5 to go in the second. Seahawks hold on to the 2-goal lead. Eustace could not stay in play. There's 4 goals so far here today, the most for the Seahawks in a game this season. This ball hit towards the net. That one's going to be well wide. Ricochets through the box out to the other side. Newman back to Donahue, who wants to fire it ahead. Picard angles it back out to midfield. Bouncing Parachi trying to grab it. Now Zoe Cox waiting to serve it ahead. Sprinting for it is Gabby Boyven. Space left side. Waits. Floats it out towards the 18. Trying to get to it with Zoe Cox. Headed around at the 18. Waiting Parachi and then a whistle. Inside, I think they're going to call Cox. Donahue. Boyven. Back for Lucas. Bounce to Grace Kelly. Sent across. Eustace. Up to Sherman. Brunetti. Ride to Newman. Challenged by Lucas. Her shot ahead is blocked. Newman in the corner. Trying to turn around Lucas. Looking across it. Bounced in front. All the way out high, and that one just off the end of the foot of Eustace. Could not get all of that one and sent it wide. Goal kick here for Reagan Moffitt. Seahawks trying to earn their 3rd conference win of the year. And we're going to get the clock stopped here. Sarah Newman seems to be a little shaken up. Head athletic trainer for Salve Regina, David Cox, will come out to tend to her. 20:44 to go in the second. We will step aside while Sarah Newman is attended to. Welcome back to the field. 20:39 to go. Ariana Montero, junior from Milford, Connecticut, has checked on now for Sarah Newman, who's on the near side, being tended to. I think she just took an elbow up in the throat. So she is fine. She's being tended to on the near side, just a little shaken up. Had the wind knocked out of her. It has been a physical game. Sherman into the corner. And we're going to get another corner here for Roger Williams. With 19:52 to go in the second, Grace Kelly will go to the far flag. Kelly drives it out high. Loose on the ground. Seahawks roll it out. Pooched out to the far side. Kelly races out there. Has time and space. Knocked out of play. And we're going to get a foul called here against the Seahawks on the far side. So Kelly with the free kick, basically just at the 18, at the corner of the box, left side. Drives it towards the goal, high and wide. With 18:54 to go in the second, Seahawks hold on to the 2-goal lead. Lucas to Parachi. Wanting to spin away from Montero. Parachi through contact down the middle, trying to get it across for Hudson. And Hudson sprinting at the end line, stumbling was Morelli, and she fires it right into the gut of Coco Morelli from the end line. Taken away by Boyven. Right back to Kelly. Feldman deflected up ahead. Sherman and Sensi. And Sensi wins that battle. Grace Hudson lost the ball. And fired out by the Seahawks. Throw in here for Roger Williams. With 17.5 to go in the second. Robbins can't settle it down at the 18. The turning shot from Brunetti is saved by Moffitt. Montero juggles and loses it near side. Galante back to Lucas. Now Galante again in midfield. Turns away from Julia Robbins. Moves it ahead. Parachi has her pocket picked by Grace Kelly. Sends it all the way ahead. Sensi cuts off Sherman. Turns it into the corner. Hawks will throw in. Robbins stumbled at the 18, peeled away by Picard. Brunetti runs into Calabrese. Make that Galante. Donahue wanting to drive it on the cage, and that one just twisted in the wind, batted down. Driven away from Sherman into the far corner, and the Seahawks will throw in. Actually, we'll get a goal kick here. Seahawks to throw in from the far side. 15.5 to play. Hawks headed out. Sensi will throw in once again from the far touchline. Kelly flicks it high. Last touch by Salve. Montero will check out. Cassidy Collins comes back in here for the Hawks. Ball struck a fan, I think, on the far side. We play on as the Seahawks throw in. Here's a chance for Robbins right side. Trying to pick the top left corner. She sends it wide. Thirteen and a half to go. Ball loose here for the Hawks. Donahue. Across to Robbins. Picked off by Galante. On back for Lucas. Trying to get it up ahead to Parachi. Brunetti. Galante on her back. Down for Kelly. Hawks play to the far side. Rossman pokes it away. Sensi now. Grace Hudson. Up ahead, Parachi. Looks to sprint to the attacking end. Parachi. Stutter step to her right. Angles to the top of the box. Parachi wanted to send it across. Parachi weaving her way through contact, trying to get the shot away. Looks to send it left side, just out of the reach of Boyven, who tracks it down in the corner of the box. All the way up high now, waiting for it, is Galante. She works her way into space with the left foot, looks to spin it across. Deflected out high, Galante can't get the second shot away, as racing in was Collins to break that up. Sensi now at midfield for Salve. Walks it ahead, touches it into the corner far side for Hudson, who gets tripped up, lost the ball. And the Hawks look to counter with 12 minutes to go. And Salve feeds it long and out of play. Zoe Cox finds Parachi. Wanted to play it back to Cox. Brunetti got a piece of that for a moment. Now Picard right side. Waiting is Hudson. Her cross off the head of a Hawk player. And we're going to get a clock stoppage once again, 11 and a half. And head athletic trainer David Cox earning his keep here in this one. So we'll take a break. Short one as well right now. 11 and a half to go in the second. Salve leading 4-2. Timeout on the field. Welcome back to the field. The player coming off is Leah Eustace for Roger Williams, who took that kick up high. Isabel Gabrielle, sophomore from Tingsboro, Mass., has subbed on here for Roger Williams. Lucas to Galante. Seahawks will play it back now. Lucas. Galante from midfield. Wants to get it ahead to Parachi, but it rolls into the hands of Morelli. With 10.5 to go. The sun setting. And a stiff breeze picking up here at the field. Galante. Parachi across to Hudson. Trying to get it back to Parachi on the run. Down the right-hand side. Wants to turn the corner. Looks to cross it. Headed by Cox. High and back into the box. Cox trying to settle it down and fight her way through contact. Out high now. Galante looking to drive it on the cage. And the diving stop and then off the crossbar and out. Morelli denying Galante. As we tick under 10 minutes to go. Corner from Zoe Cox, left side. Headed by Boyven. And flicked out to midfield. Here's Zoe Cox once again. That was the first corner of the game for Salve. Sherman. Deflected across. Ball deflects across. Loose in midfield. A long drive from Kelly towards the goal and falls right into the arms of Reagan Moffitt. 8:39 to go. Lucas. Zoe Cox. Nerger up the right side. Hudson will sprint to it. Watched by Collins. Out high for Parachi. Parachi frees herself with a drive and the save made by Morelli. 8 minutes to go. Julia Robbins sends it towards the goal. Moffitt out, fields it. Hawks are just trying to put everything they can right now on the goal. Trailing by 2 with 7.5 to play. Galante heads it straight up in the air. Bernetti didn't know where it went. Donahue near side gives it away to Boyven. Boyven angles her way out high. Now Galante from distance, and her drive goes well wide. Hudson will check off now. Taylor Barnaby back into the game for Salve. Trying to close things out. 6:54, 6:53, 6:52 to go in the second half. Morelli nudges it out to the near side to Donahue. Donahue with plenty of space. Trying to send it long. Lucas will head it first for Salve. Gabriel spins it towards the box. Knocked out by Salve. Brunetti. Ball will roll out. Hawks will throw in from the near touchline. Boyven intercepts. Slides back for Galante. Has Cox and Parachi running deep. The long lob. Morelli will come out and field it at the 18. Under 6 to play. Barnaby deflects it out. Hawks will throw in. Julia Robbins sends it down the field. This one will come up short of the end line. Hawks looking for the cross. And we're going to get a corner. Grace Kelly sprints to the far side. 5:20 to go. Hawks trying to move quickly here. Kelly with the right foot, low kick behind the goal. Goal kick coming here from Reagan Moffitt. Skip to midfield. Hawks grab it first. Brunetti plays it on back to Molly Feldman. Collins to the far side. Robbins. Her cross is blocked. Floated out by the Seahawks. Bouncing to Zoe Cox, left for Ellen Nerger. Wants to send it ahead for Parachi. Feldman will shield it. Morelli out to kick it. Barnaby. Parachi into the corner right side with 4 minutes. Seahawks to throw in from the far side. Parachi lobs it to Barnaby. Wanted to turn and fire. Knocked to the ground. Robbins now sends it out to midfield with 3:39 to go. Rossman trying to step up and fire it up the field. Elasensi now corrals it right at midfield. Zoe Cox. Now Galante. Flicked ahead. Settled by Baptista. Gabriel now. Wants to send it down the line. Lucas. Floats it near side, deflects off of Boyven. 3:05 to go. Throw in from the near side from Isabel Gabriel. Off the foot of Bianca Robbins. Seahawks to throw in. Able to sneak it through towards Parachi. Fired out by the Hawks. 2:40 to go. Seahawks holding on to the 4-2 lead. They scored in the first 43 seconds of the first few seconds of the second. All of the scoring happened in the first 10 minutes of the first half, and then here to start the second half right out of the gates. Brunetti stuck at the 18. That one struck towards the goal. A rocket from Eustace, but wide. As we hit 2 minutes to play. Moffitt with the kick. Brunetti intercepts. Rolled into the corner. Bianca Robbins chases it down. Into the corner with Calabrese, who pokes it free. Now shields the ball inside. Players fall down. That one stayed right on the touchline and then is fired out by the Hawks. Minute and a half to go. Clock rolling as Moffitt approaches. Ellen Nerger drives it into the Hawks bench. 2-goal game as Jen Donahue throws in. Donahue back now. Looks to send it ahead as we get the 1-minute announcement from public address announcer Kieran Hughes.
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute remaining.
Ball loose at midfield. Nerger drives it off the field of play, making the Hawks to throw in. 40 seconds to go. Julia Robbins sprints left side, plays it ahead. Robbins trying to drive it on the goal. It's deflected in. They score. Not sure if that was Robbins' drive or if Bianca Robbins touched that in. But it's a 1-goal game with 28 seconds to go. So all of the scoring in this game happened in the first 10 minutes of the first half and the first and final seconds of this half. Zoe Cox will drive it long and deep with 25 seconds to go. 1-goal game. Hawks a long way away from the goal. 16 seconds. Hawks trying to send it deep.
10, 9, 8.
Countdown going on right now. Parachi just dribbling up the field. She'll send it on the goal, and that'll do it. The Seahawks hang on at the very end, lead wire to wire, and score the victory here today. Salve improves to 6-9-1 on the season, 3-3-1 in the CCC. Roger Williams, meanwhile, falls to 6-9-3 overall, 2-3-2 in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. Next up for the Hawks, they'll be home versus Western New England this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. in another conference contest. The Seahawks will be on the road versus Curry at 11 a.m. I want to thank our entire staff and production crew. Your camera person here today was Andrew Senecal. Live statistics provided by Paige Blythe. I want to thank you all for joining and listening along with us. Once again, your final Salve Regina 4, Roger Williams 3. I am Andrew Pizzelli. Have a good night, everyone.